Consider the record carefully. This is no longer simply a matter of belief, opinion, or theory. This is a matter of structure, alignment, and intentional design. A matter of position. A matter of administration. A matter of understanding where you stand and how you move. We live inside systems built to move value efficiently through contracts, institutions, obligations, financial instruments, and legal frameworks. Money moves, assets move, liabilities move, and value is constantly being transferred. Yet while these systems have mastered the movement of value, many people were never taught how value is created, protected, multiplied, or governed. And that is where the real issue begins. The challenge is not participation alone. The challenge is position and preparedness. Because without proper structure, even those who generate value often remain disconnected from long-term control over that value. Not because wealth is impossible to attain, but because wealth without administration is often temporary. At the center of financial instability is often dependency and lack of intentional planning. Dependency on wages, dependency on institutions, dependency on systems we often do not fully understand. When a person lacks knowledge of ownership, asset protection, taxation, contracts, and estate planning, they remain reactive rather than strategic. They earn, they spend, they repeat, often without building a long-term framework. But stewardship changes the pattern. Stewardship interrupts the cycle. Stewardship means understanding who owns what, who controls what, and how assets are properly protected. It also means understanding how wealth is preserved, managed, and transferred across generations. This is the transition from dependency to responsibility, from passive behavior to intentional action, from reaction to administration, from unmanaged resources to governed and organized assets. Without this transition, wealth becomes far more difficult to preserve and sustain. Value is constantly being created, exchanged, and converted. Labor creates income. Income funds obligations, and obligations create financial movement. Financial relationships create records, leverage, obligations, and long-term economic momentum. The real question is not whether value exists. Of course it does. Value is everywhere. The real question is this: are you positioned to direct it intentionally and strategically? Or are you only participating in systems without understanding how they truly function? Financial education changes this. Knowledge shifts perspective. When you understand contracts, taxes, business entities, trusts, asset allocation, and debt structure, you begin interacting with the system differently. Not emotionally, not impulsively, strategically. Building wealth is one skill. Protecting wealth is another discipline entirely. Many people focus entirely on acquisition, while neglecting preservation and long-term planning. What you fail to protect can be diminished through lawsuits, poor planning, taxation inefficiency, or unnecessary exposure. This is why legal structure matters. Organization matters. Not as magic, not as shortcuts, not as loopholes, but as intentional organization. Proper structures may include trusts, LLCs, corporations, insurance strategies, and well-designed estate plans. Structure creates order. Order creates protection. And protection creates sustainability. You are not powerless, but power without structure is unstable and difficult to sustain. Resources without management are temporary. Opportunity without execution is often wasted. The system is already in motion. Now the question becomes, what role will you play within it moving forward? Click the link in the description to register for a free weekly call and join our Telegram community today.